Hello everyone, and welcome to my DOOL Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Xander's digs. When Sarah wakes up, he's already preparing breakfast. Sarah tells him that Victoria is still sleeping and appreciates him letting her remain. They relive the night before, when Victoria had a fever, and they kissed each other Happy New Year. They are interrupted in real time by Victoria sobbing, so Xander goes to see how she is doing. After Sarah finishes her breakfast, Xander comes back. When Sarah decides it's time to leave, they start joking around. As Sarah puts on her clothes, she worries that people will think she's walking around in shame. As she's about to depart, Xander asks if she would consider living with him permanently, which causes them to get awkward. Leaving Maggie with Constantine alone worries Sarah a little. He is reminded by Xander that the mansion is home to a large number of people. They then discuss how much they both craved the kiss from the previous night. Shin boarding house. Wendy is overjoyed about their move to China when Trip gets home from work. He changes the topic of conversation to her father's illness and doesn't appear very receptive. He replies he can't go when Wendy asks when he'll be joining. Trip says that his mother is his concern. He worries that because of the current surge in the local drug trade, Ava might have gone back to her mafia origins. His first concerns were on killing Gil, and then collaborating with Stefan to run the bistro right away. Wendy is aware that Ava depends on Trip to keep an eye on her. Wendy is upset, but she totally gets it. He's staying for the same reason she's leaving. Wendy says he understands, but she wishes she could stay and help Trip. He wants to work from a distance and try to maintain their relationship. Wendy believes it might be challenging and doesn't want to get in the way of his progress. They decide to hit the beds or the couch one last time after growing endearing towards each other. As their final moment together comes to a close, Wendy announces that a car is on its way. Wendy thinks it would be too hard for her to say goodbye when Trip offers to drive her. Salem PD lobby. According to Justin, E.G. persuaded the judge that Tate posed a flight risk, leading to the revocation of his bail. When Tate inquires about his future, the adults all show their annoyance. Justin promises to challenge the judge's ruling and will make every effort to do so. That's when E.G. shows up, beaming and bouncing up and down. Brady tries to go after E.J., who keeps taunting everyone, but Rafe stops him. Driving back along Self-Righteous Avenue, E.J. describes Holly as an innocent girl who has been ruined by her parents' drug use. He becomes obnoxious and declares that he will prosecute Tate as an adult for nearly killing Holly. Alex interrupts, pointing out that because the judge was in E.J.'s pocket, they ought to have accompanied him. Alex gets up in E.J.'s face when he loses his temper. Tate pleads with Theresa to stop E.J. from locking him up. Theresa and Brady promise to put up a fierce campaign to remove him. Even though E.G. claims that Tate did not own the narcotics, Holly's problems resulted from his hesitation to call 911. Dear E.J., it is not illegal to not call 911. Josh XOXO. Tate is taken out of his suit by an officer that Rafe sends with him. Theresa concurs with Alex to hire a new attorney once Justin leaves. Rafe drags E.J. into the interrogation room at Salem Police Department and asks why he's treating Tate so cruelly and vindictively. E.J. retorts that he doesn't know why he and Rafe are on different sides. They've never been on the same side, according to Rafe. Tate is still only a young child. E.J. goes all in, speculating that Tate might have put narcotics in Holly's drink. Scoffing, Rafe announces he's going to the high school to look into it. He requests that E.J. consider Johnny in Tate's shoes in a similar circumstance, a move that would be considered empathy. If she moves in, Xander swears to be a proper gentleman. After Sarah agrees to give it her best go, Xander gives her a set of keys. Trip and Wendy share a kiss as Wendy's car pulls up. She walks out, and they stand with their hearts full on either side of the shop. Tate reappears wearing jail jeans and gives Theresa a hug. Holly will wake up, Brady assures his son, and Justin promises to help him from the outside. When Rafe comes back to take Tate away, Theresa and Brady tell him they love him. Tate is taken away by Rafe after he cuffs him, with some more playful mocking remarks from EJ. According to Monday, January 8 Days of Our Lives spoilers, Trip Johnson will be shocked to learn that Wendy Shin is still in Salem. Wendy was clearly stopped by something after Trip bid her a heartfelt farewell and anticipated that she would depart for her flight to Hong Kong. Perhaps Wendy will acknowledge that she's reconsidering her decision to move to China, as she was obviously quite upset about leaving Trip behind. Wendy must remember that she has a life of her own to live even though her parents need her. He will become skeptical of Ava Vitali and Stefan Demira's role in the Salem drug trade, in addition to his feelings for Chad Demira. Day's teasers indicate that Chad will choose to start a questioning session, meaning Ava and Stefan will have a lot of questions to answer. Stephanie Johnson will next spend some time getting back in touch with Everett Lynch on Monday's DOOL episode. Given that kissing Stephanie on New Year's Eve violated their friendship pact, Everett may offer an apology. Having said that, Everett might concede that, after all this time, it felt good to kiss once more. Day's teasers indicate that although Stephanie gave an obvious kiss in return, she might reassure them about how their night went. Even while Stephanie isn't prepared to commit to dating Everett again, she will enjoy the prospect of getting to know him better and reestablishing a stronger connection. Spoilers for other days suggest that Paulina Price will keep her health concerns a secret from people closest to her. As a result, she might receive some unsettling test results. Paulina might wait to tell Chanel Dupree and Abe Carver if she receives updates confirming her cancer diagnosis. Paulina could want to maintain the status quo for as long as she can. Paulina might end up doing that in order to ignore the terrible news until she has had time to comprehend it. Of course, Paulina will also act as though nothing is wrong when she appears in public as the mayor of Salem. According to previews for Days of Our Lives, Paulina will pretend to be brave, but she will be concerned about the path she's taking behind her. Christine is in one of the most joyful periods of her life. She has a lot of hopes and dreams, some of which have already been realized. Christine wasn't ready to deal with monogamy. For her purposes, being a plural marriage wasn't all terrible. In view of the children, in any case, imparting Cody to Robin was depleting. Christine was too desirous to even think about flourishing in a plan where her better half favored another spouse. She got out, and check her currently out. Christine looks astounding. She posts baking videos with no makeup and feeling completely at ease with herself, and she always smiles. She doesn't have that drive to kindly individuals that keeps Mary and Janelle down at times. She is proudly herself. Indeed, Christine gets glammed up some of the time. Yet she's sure regardless. Watching her grow has been so inspiring. She faced a challenge when she left Cody, and it paid off. This bet could have finished in catastrophe. For instance, the fan base could have turned on her. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.